been here several years ago. I forgot about this place. I drove down this road, Squamish Valley Road, and I thought I'm kind of far. I don't recognize the place, where I am. I mean, I knew that I'm on the road. It shows the kilometer number, so you don't get lost. But I was not sure if I ever been here, and I stopped on the side of the road, and I see this canyon. It's a really beautiful place. Of course, there are cliffs, and now I remember I've been here several years ago, few times, not only once. And I stopped here, take pictures. And for me, in order to remember, I would have to look at my database of tens and tens of thousands of pictures all over the place. And that's the way I remember. I would remember, oh, I've been here, I've been there. And of course, I've been on this cliff, and you should not do this type of stuff. And I love the place. It's a part of my memories that trigger certain type of emotions. And even the river is noisy. It has different type of quietness. It's not the city noise. Sometimes you hear a truck going by, which is not too loud. But this place, like I said, triggers some emotions that I love. Some emotions that I want to repeat. And what's love? What's love? It's a complex set of emotions that when you receive those emotions makes you feel good. They are a complex set of emotions that causes physical pain and suffering, and that's pain and suffering. You don't want that. People run away from those, and they chase love and the emotions associated with love. I'm going to sit here. I just flown my drone above the river. I took some recordings. This is my second flight after the big crash. I mean, it was not a big crash, but after the drone sat on the mountains for months outside, and I decided to take it for a test. Yesterday I'd flown it without an SD card. Now I put the SD card which contained a bunch of videos, and I thought, okay, if I lose the drone, not a big of a deal. I'll have to re-record a couple of things, or maybe those are not meant to be shared. It's like the divine will tell me, okay, you're not supposed to share those videos or those ideas and concepts or those locations, those places, and I'll make you put the SD card. I'll mess up with your mind, put the SD card into the drone, we'll crash the drone together, and there you go. Save you from headaches. But it didn't happen. So again, love is a complex set of emotions, and it acts like emotional mental need, and people are looking to satisfy love like the physical hunger. When you're hungry, you are looking for sources of satisfaction. That's why it's important when you go to shopping, to a shopping place, satisfy your physical body first, satisfy your hunger, your physical hunger, so your brain is not looking to fill a void, feel a need of satisfaction. Same thing, if you are in your mating time of your life, you're looking for a love partner, mating partner, or whatever, eat first. Every time you go on a date, eat first. So go with a full stomach. Why? Because you trigger, while you're hungry, you trigger your primal type of brain, your primitive type of thinking, which is not logical. It's a thinking that is related to survival. And when you go dating someone, you're hungry. If that person is feeding you, especially if you're a woman and the guy gives you something to eat, you make some new connection in the brain. The person who feeds me is the person I trust. But the guys know. The guys know this trick. Or maybe they don't know, they copied from somewhere else. Oh yeah, that's the way you do it. You give her something to drink, something that makes her feel comfortable, feel loved, because too many people love equal food, right? And she will trust you because you fed her, and it's in a primitive part of the brain. And once she trusts you, you can do whatever. So those are the tricks the sneaky guys are using with a woman. So if you're a woman and if you pay attention to this one, and if you know some young female who you care about, you don't want her to get into trouble with guys who drag her down because they want to use her for her body. It happens a lot. Even the women know that, but you know, maybe there is no other choice. But let's say if you know someone who's a quality female and she is looking for a boyfriend, or she's trying to meet someone because she needs connection, she needs love, that's normal for everyone. If you know that the guy she's going to meet, or you care that her value might be dragged down by some jerk who is good looking but sneaky, and he just wants to get into that woman's bed, so tell her, don't go to any date hungry. So that's important. So you feed your hunger for love with a set of adventures, images, tastes, anything that gives you those complex emotions that satisfies you, and you think you love those emotions, you love those people who trigger those emotions, you love the places, like here, I love this place. I'm not saying I fall in love, I ate something so I can't fall in love with this place. But if I get here and I set up a barbecue, and the barbecue satisfies my hunger, and I love the environment, then this memory would get associated with a feeling of love and pleasure and good feeling. So every time I come in here, I would like to set up a barbecue because I want to retrieve and recreate the same emotion. Okay, I don't know if it makes sense. Why we don't learn about love in school? Why we don't learn in school? It's a life skill. They should teach you in school. If you go to a regular school, you notice that they try to teach you to learn a skill, but they will not teach you a life skill. They tell you mathematics and reading, it's life skill. Yes, it could be, but they don't teach you how to be social, how to go for a date, how to get in tune with the right people, how to maximize your life potential, how to do your tax income, how you do avoid falling in love with the wrong people. I don't know. There are lots of life skills like hunting, fishing. Those should be taught in elementary classes, maybe up to grade 8. Some of those. But the school expects that the students learn these things from their family, from their parents. And also about love, the teacher don't know what to teach, because lots of them have no clue what's love, and there is no international standard like for certain formula for like what's the normal for body temperature when you're healthy. You know, that's a standard. Everyone knows that. What's the freezing temperature for the eye? So those things are set. We know about it. But love is so variable because depends on people, depends on the geographical location, the culture. So in some countries, love is heavy flavored with sex. If I look at the American culture, it's lots of sex, making kids, young people, young adults getting confused because they don't know what to expect from love. They look at porn, they watch porn or information online, and they set up new norms for what's love. If you go to different countries or study those cultures, you will see they are more spiritual. Others are more divine, related to God or something. They associate love to God, religion, because they learn it through the religion. So different people, different areas of the world, different countries have different type of concept about love, what it is. So they don't have a common standard, they don't teach it in school, but they should put some money into some research instead of focusing the schools into making a productive generation, the new generation more productive and more efficient, because that's the main goal of the schools these days. The schools are being funded by the taxpayers, the governments, and the governments follow industrialists' agenda. The people who put those people, the politicians in power, or the companies who lobby for government or for certain political party, in a sneaky way they get into the politics of school system, and they manage to set the school agenda, what the kids are supposed to learn in schools. And if you look closely these days, the certain groups, certain minorities who have enough power to influence the government and elections and whoever, managed to put into the school agenda about LGBTQ, which is a topic kind of a recent, and which in other countries are not being taught in school, about lesbian, gay, and those type of people. But in certain countries there is a hidden agenda pushing for this type of concepts, this type of acceptance. I'm not against it, but I'm saying it's love for those people, it's a bit different, or can be translated in different way, and or sexual love. So you see, different countries see love in a different way, different light. And this school system, what I was trying to say about schools, being funded by the tax system, is pushing for a future efficient generation. Why? Because we, or those who pay tax, expect that the money goes to, some of the money goes to healthcare, some of the money goes to education, and we want, when we retire, except me and others like me, we want someone who continue our jobs, continue our work, support the economic growth, so the money they make, some of the money goes to support the people who are retired. Okay, so that's the way it's set, and they think that an educated and a skilled and an efficient workforce would be making more money and would be enough to support the older generation, the retired ones. But more money means more money for the ones who are exploiting the workforce at any time, and they look at, if we make more money, it will make more money to the retirement funds, right? But we tell them what they want to hear, what they love to hear, that if they support our agenda, they will have more money for retirement. They will have a more comfortable, more stable retirement time, right? So they don't teach in school what's love, because it's not making money. But if you tell these politicians that having people who know to love, having people who know how to connect, having people happy because they are in love with what they do, if you promote this type of skills and how to learn to find the work you love, that gives you that emotion, then the workforce is going to be more productive. They will have less mental problem, less drugs, less crime, and less stress, right? So that's the way you can increase the workforce happiness and productivity, by teaching them how to love themselves, how to find work they are in tune with and they love, work that gives them the sense of accomplishments and satisfaction. And when you have a satisfying type of work, it's very similar complex emotion to those when you satisfy your hunger. So I can get into the deeper psychology of why it's important to feel satisfying work for your growth, but that's maybe I said that in different video, or maybe I'll say that I'll mention that into a future recording. So that's kind of the basics, why it's important to do something that you love. Now, the first thing you should do, or someone should do, learn to love themselves. And why it's important? Because once you love yourself, you start understanding your needs, your body, and you're not going to try to satisfy that hunger for love looking for a quick fix, like most people do. They know they are trying to fall in love with someone. They are looking for love. They are looking for a way to be loved. Some people are victim type of mentality and they need compassion. Other people need sexual love. Other people need someone close, someone to talk to, someone who gives them comfort, someone to explore the life together, that together amplify those emotions. So everyone has different type of idea about what's love for them. And in that hunger for filling the void, they go for a quick fix, because when you're hungry, you look at the survival instinct first, And some of the young people do the mistake by trying to fill the void through sex, which is very it's a quick fix. Again, it's a quick fix. Those guys or those people, they know that the person they met at the bar or whatever is their commonly used place to meet new people, the person might tell them some lies, and they know, but since they are looking to fill a void, the momentary void, they go for that. They say, oh, you know what, he tells me that he likes me, he loves my smile, you know, that's his pickup line. There is even a term which I'm not into that, but I learned over the years. A pickup line, the guys have different type of pickup lines, and the girls know that. Oh, that his pickup line. I love it. It sounds good. It became a norm for a young female to accept a lie. I mean, it happened for thousands of years, but now even the pickup line is crafted, and the woman knows that's a pickup line, and she's okay with that because she's hungry for sex or for quick fix, and they go for that. And to me, it's sad. It's sad when you use painkillers as a quick fix to get rid of something that bothers you related to the physical body. So coming back to why it's important to love yourself. Once you know your body, once you know your mind, because when you love yourself, you start loving each component, not only component of the body, but of the mind. You love who you are, you love how you think, you love your knowledge, your skill, your capacities, capacity of love, capacity of bonding, of nurturing, of connected to people, everything that makes you who you are. And there are things that when you think of those, there are things that you figure that, okay, are out of the standard, or I don't really like those, and you work on those, but you start exploring yourself. When you start loving yourself, you start exploring and knowing yourself. And when you know yourself well, then you know how to use your mind in relation with other people. And then once you become expert at loving yourself, I think my memory runs out, then you can do the love call like the animals do. When they are in love, they make the mating calls, and those are the animals who are in tune with that mating call, they will respond. So some people are calling in certain way, some people are singing the love, some people